What's up, you guys? Godzilla Fan Freaks coming at you today with another figure review. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Bandai Grand King Ghidorah from Rebirth of Mothra 3. I finally have all the Mothra villains. This was the only one that I have yet to obtain, and I asked my good buddy James Hartman to see if he could find me one of these guys at G-Fest, and of course he pulled through and he found one before G-Fest and was able to get it to me. So really stoked to have this Bandai. This is one that was kind of on my to-get list, but it was kind of low on my to-get list. And so finally I was like, you know what? I should just get one of these guys, just so I can mark it off the list. And really stoked to have it. It's a great Bandai figure. He's big, he's large, he's massive. He'll have a presence wherever you decide to display him. And he just looks awesome. And it's nice to have the complete lineup of the villains of the Rebirth of Mothra series. Pretty much the only thing I am missing is Cretaceous Ghidorah, which is the younger version of Grand Ghidorah. But that's okay. I'll eventually get him down the road. But as far as the main villain lineup, it is complete. So anyway, just to get on into this figure review, let's take a look at the paint job on this guy. Paint job and, plastic color wise, he's a nice gold color, nice shading and everything. Some, really nice, like metallic looking gold that definitely shines in the light. Looks awesome. Really nice lighter gold highlights on the top of the heads, running down the necks and kind of going down his back area and whatnot. You can kind of see where the lighter gold shows up and everything, and then depending on how the light's hitting it, it looks really metallic, really shiny. Just looks great. His heads inside the mouths are a very nice red. Teeth are a very nice ivory color, and then the eyes are a very nice kind of darker orange with yellow and then black. Look really nice. And that about does it for paint. Detail on this guy, just amazing. I mean, Bandai's are just your basic vinyl figures, but Bandai Japan does such a good job with paint and detail, and it just looks great. All the scales and everything etched in very nicely into the sculpt. Wings, very nice and smooth with all the membrane and everything in there. The claws on the tips of his wings, very nicely well done. All the armor plating here on the undersides of the necks, very nice. All the spikes running down each of the individual necks and then going into this single row of spikes down the middle, looks very nice. And then splitting off into more rows of spikes down the tails. All the spikes on the end of the tails look very nice and well detailed. Even the back part of the wings here, all this scale design etched into the sculpt, looks great. Again, the wings from the back side look very nice. Very awesome. The heads and the faces. The horns on the two side heads, of course, are just straight horns, and then the one in the middle has kind of like these littler horns kind of spewing off to the side. Again, teeth very nicely etched into the sculpt. All the detail in the faces, I don't know how well, there you go. You can see all the detail in the head sculpt itself. Just looks great. Wrinkles, the lines, the noses, all this stuff in here just looks great. Little spike beards at the bottom of each head. No detail missing at all whatsoever. Just a great looking figure all the way around. Articulation on this guy is what you would expect from a Ghidorah figure, at least one of this scale. Each head can, you know, move individually as far as the spikes on the back of the necks will let them. That's about as wide out as they can go. They can creep in all the way that way. The middle head has the same joint. Can only go so far though until you start running into the spikes and everything of the other heads. The heads themselves can rotate all the way around, so you can tilt them however you please. All the way upside down if you want to, you know, totally up to you. Legs, right here at the hip area, can kick forward and kick backward. Big, beefy, muscular legs. Was actually one of my favorite parts of Rebirth of Mothra 3 is when the first fight's going down and then they're flying and Mothra's just getting the crap beat out of her, and then Ghidorah just comes in and just lands on her and just literally squashes her to the ground. I'm like, man, you done did Mothra dirty. That was brutal. But that's one of my favorite scenes of the Rebirth of Mothra 3 movie. The wings, you know, have a joint, because when I got this guy, and when you do get this guy, he is disassembled. You have to attach the wings and the tail. But, I mean, you can get a little bit of movement out of the wings. You know, kind of tilt them up or down, but it's really not going to make too much of a difference. This wing, though, however, didn't seal all the way, or doesn't want to. I don't know. I've been doing everything I can to try to fix that to where it ends up like this side, to where it's pretty much seamless. Not seamless, but you know, it's in there all the way. But this wing is giving me trouble. I've done everything. I've done squishy soft, I put the wing in the freezer and stuff like that, but this part eventually just ends up folding in like that. It's not too much of an eyesore, because pretty much once you're at that point, it's pretty much almost invisible. And then of course you don't see it at all when you're looking at the figure face on. So it doesn't bother me a whole lot, but it's just personally knowing that I know that it's there. And again, I've tried everything, but that little piece of vinyl just wants to just keep folding that way. But it's better than it was. Like, I did a few of my other tricks and everything, because that was a lot worse. And it's better than it was, but still, little annoying. But oh well. It happens. And then last bit of articulation, the tail. You know, you can rotate it however you want, if you want to. You know, all the way around if you need be, you know. Whatever. But overall, good looking figure. You know, decent articulation. Can mess with some poses and stuff like that, however you want to display them on the shelf. And again, he just has an awesome presence. This is an awesome Bandai figure. Just looks great. Some scaling wise, let me back him up here to the side, and then let me bring in the 2019 Ghidorah that I reviewed not that long ago. There he is scaled with the 2019 Ghidorah. Again, you can see how massive he is next to him. You know, wings and all. This is still a massive Bandai figure in its own right, but Grand King Ghidorah is definitely a grand Bandai. So there he is, though, scaled with the 2019 Ghidorah. Get him out of here off to the side. Here he is scaled with a standard 6-inch Godzilla. I should have brought an 8-inch Godzilla out with me. I wasn't necessarily thinking, but that looks nice. Here he is with another 8-inch Godzilla, or 6-inch Godzilla, sorry. Again, I should have brought the GMK out or something like that. That way you guys got an 8-inch Bandai scale, you know, roughly to him. And then last but not least for scaling, I thought I'd bring out the other Rebirth of Mothra villains from Bandai. Here is Des Ghidorah. So there he is scaled with Des Ghidorah. Des Ghidorah's on all fours, so he does look kind of small, but, you know, lengthwise, He's still fairly long. But there he is with him. And then the runt of the Bandai group here is Ghidorah. So there he is scaled with Ghidorah. You know, very, very tiny, but still a cool Bandai. And then there you have it. There's all three of the Rebirth of Mothra villains in Bandai form. And that's it for my review on the Bandai Grand King Ghidorah. I hope you guys always enjoyed. Like always, we are Godzilla fan freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Go check out the Facebook page, drop a like, and yeah, just stay tuned for future figure reviews. So anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed, and thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.